Welcome to the news on the hour on Providence Television International. I am Ugbebo Ikekwa. The Senate on Wednesday dismissed the sexual harassment petition filed by Kogi lawmaker Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan against the President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, describing it as a violation of the Senate standing rules. Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan on Wednesday shunned the Committee on Ethics, Privileges and Public Petitions, which was conducting a review of her face-off with Akpabio over sitting arrangements in the Senate. The chairman of the Senate Committee on Ethics, Privileges and Public Petitions, Senator Neda Imaswen, dismissed the order of a federal high court in Abuja attempting to restrain the Senate from subjecting Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan to any disciplinary measures, stressing that the judiciary cannot interfere in the affairs of the legislature. However, Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan resubmitted the petition during today's plenary, stating that the newly submitted petition was filed by her constituents, led by one Zubairu Yakubu. In a bold step to ensure the safety of its citizens and curb criminal activities, the Edo State government on Wednesday began demolition of houses linked to kidnappers. Leading security personnel on the demolition that took place in Ile and Uromi, a special advisor to the governor on security, Ahiri Paul, stated that the exercise was in accordance with the law. He called on landlords to ensure proper profiling of their tenants before subletting their properties, stressing that the Senator Monday Okwewolu-led administration will not tolerate any house establishment used as a hideout for criminal activities. According to the new law on kidnapping recently passed by the Edo State House of Assembly, any house found being used for kidnapping activities will be demolished. A U.S.-trained special educationist and visionary, Rose Louis Exceptional Students Academy, has called on the general public to desist from making children who need special care feel less human. She made the call during an interview session on the program Prime Movers on Providence Television International. Mrs. Isaac Louis emphasized that every individual has his or her own learning pace, hence the need for special education in favor of children who learn at a very slow pace. The special educationist admonished parents who conceal their children's need for special education, stressing that their inability to learn at a fast or normal pace is no fault of theirs.
Take them to grapple with
like 2 years. Regular child.
Yes.
Maybe 1 year to learn. It could take us 3 years to take the child from
That's
the
common
scratch.
with those with Down syndrome?
No. Down syndrome, they are
Syndrome?
SLD, specific learning disability. But in America, we call it slow learning disability. So they are slow learners. Some of them can be very... When they talk, you think they know it all. But...
Now, use this opportunity to advise parents.
Okay.
Some parents are still keeping their children away because they believe that it's witchcraft or whatever it is.
No, it's nothing like
so
witchcraft.
use this opportunity to advise them.
We advise parents, I did before, to bring the children out. They're not bad luck. They're not, no witchcraft doing this. It could be jury labor, it could be something, It's just, you see them because they are fewer. That is why we say they are special. The regular children, they are more. These are fewer. So the fewer, the more special they are. Because they are fewer, there is not a thing you see on regular basis. Doesn't mean they are out of it. Bring them out. We can teach them something. Like we have a fish pond. Most of them know how to feed the fish, how to drain the water out of the pond and put in water. If that is what the child can learn, and have a small space for the child, that can even put food on his or her table. You understand what I mean? Some of them that can hear, that cannot talk, they can do sign language for a living. Just bring them to us. Rose Louis, Resa, we accommodate anybody.
Rose Louis Exceptional Students Academy, founded in 2015 by Mrs. Isaac Louis, is based in Benin City, Edo State, and provides special education by specially trained tutors to children who learn at a slower pace. The Federal Capital Territory Police Command has intercepted a dismissed immigration officer who was allegedly attempting to sell sophisticated firearms to bandits operating in the Abuja-Kaduna forest. The FCT Commissioner of Police Tunji Disu disclosed that the command, in its unwavering commitment to the safety of residents, deployed specialized tactical teams to raid identified criminal hideouts and black spots across the FCT. He further stated that abandoned buildings across the city, frequently used as hideouts and bases for planning illicit activities, have been identified and will be subject to continuous monitoring and raids. Super Eagles midfielder Fisayo Dele Bashiru is on the brink of a remarkable recovery, providing a significant boost to Nigeria's hopes in the upcoming 2026 World Cup qualifiers. The 24-year-old Lazio player, who was named in the Super Eagles provisional 39-man squad, has made impressive progress in his rehabilitation and could be available for the crucial matches against Rwanda and Zimbabwe later this month. Dele Bashiru, who joined Lazio on loan last summer from Turkish side Hespor, suffered an ankle injury during a goalless draw against Venezia on 22nd February. Since earning his maiden Super Eagles call-up in October 2023, Dele Bashiru has made a significant impact on the international stage. He has made 6 appearances for Nigeria, scoring 2 important goals, his first in a World Cup qualifier against South Africa and the subsequent strike in a 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualifier against Libya. Nigeria's under-23 and under-18 men's handball teams have begun intensive preparatory camps ahead of 2 top international handball championships. The national under-23 men's handball team, under the tutelage of Solomon Yola and Adebayo Yekini, are presently undergoing intensive training at the Moshood Abiola Stadium in Abuja ahead of the 5th IHF Emerging Nations Championship, which will hold from March 11th to 16th in Bulgaria. The national under-18 team is the sole representative of Africa following their 38-26 victory over Guinea. The team will begin their campaign on Wednesday, March 12th, and will also play in Kosovo as well as in the preliminary stage. The blockade of aid to the Gaza Strip, announced by Israel last week, risks violating international humanitarian law. In a joint statement published on Wednesday, the foreign ministers of the United Kingdom, France and Germany called on the government of Israel to abide by its international obligations, ensuring full, rapid, safe and unhindered provision of humanitarian assistance to the population in Gaza. Israel blocked the entry of aid shippers to Gaza on Sunday, as after the first phase of its ceasefire deal with the Palestinian group Hamas expired, raising fears of hunger and more hardships during the holy month of Ramadan that began over the weekend. United States President Donald Trump has issued a threat to Hamas and the people of Gaza as part of a demand to release all Israeli captives in the territory. Trump renewed his warning that they will be held to pay if the captives are not released. The president's comment came hours after the White House confirmed that Washington is engaging in talks with Hamas. Donald Trump has been calling for the forced displacement of Gaza's entire population and for the U.S. to own Palestinian territory. And now to the exchange rate. $1 presently stands at 1,549 naira. €1 is equivalent in naira is 1,677 naira, and £1 1,997. A Canadian dollar stands at 1,079 naira. And that's the news on the hour. Thanks for watching. Please stay tuned.